Hey, okay, there we go. Oof. Hoi hoi, howdy ho. Let's get started. It's gonna be a short stream. Holy shit, where are people getting this outfit? Okay. Alright, let's get started. Dark mahogany weapon. That sounds familiar. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. I do too. I know I did. Probably could have slept in for another 3 hours, but nope. Wanted to get eaten and maybe play some games. Now that we have refreshed ourselves, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zaralja and Kona have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Vuklamat would be equal with them but for Bakuljaja's thievery, which has left us one short. That conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. Can't have more than 3 keystones at most. Yeah? He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win. But he's sorely mistaken. He'll be taking back what is mine. Decisively, reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, Bakuljaja's unleashing of Valigarmanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to maintain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. May all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. Okay. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast and the Lay of Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamulja and Zibral, in the forests of Yakdil, specifically near a village called Ikbrax. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga it said that the foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Eosia has a similar tale. The explorer, Keteram, befriended a 2-headed king known as the Atarak, before commencing his travels across Toral. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least, that's the commonly held belief. Your 2-headed king sounds like Papa. So this Keteram fellow must have come to Tuliol. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet. Vestiges of Yokhui architecture notwithstanding. Yeah. Wait, you said Atarak? The Keteram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk, is that a city? One of the grandest in Thrall. Once upon a time, the seat of Mamulja's homeland. It too lies in Yakdel, not far from Ikbrax. But all things considered, Yakdel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. Yeah, okay. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Kona's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they? Yes, they can. If it's a balloon, yes, they can. So I did do a little bit of the where does it show? Okay, that's that, there's that. Oh, that's right, it wouldn't show up because, yeah. Anyways, I did the role quest over here. I did the other quests too, that's why everything's all red now. The other day. I did it the other day. Yesterday morning. Or before work, like I am right now. And then I did some, what is it, Fairy and Banu Banu quests. I want to get those two maxed out. I don't care too much about everyone else. Everyone else can suck it. Why did I do this? I could have just... Okay. Wasting my time. Painter on the hill. That sounds nice. How far you go? Room the drum beats. Is that supposed to be like a reference to For Whom the Bell Tolls? I like that. Having my first can of Red Bull over here. I've got a Powerade, but I'm gonna put that away. Put it in the fridge. I'll drink it when I get home. From work. It's gonna be a short stream just cause I'm planning on going to work a little bit early. Cause I got a lot of stuff to do to prep for the day. Next flight to Yorkdale will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. But I've also got some water. Are we sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Yorkdale? No, I'm not sure. Are you ready? Bags packed and goodbye said. There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. I am. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until I've settled my nerves. Maybe ask Aaronville. That stick in the mud, he'd never let me live it down. There she is, stood a promise. Wait just a moment. Oh! My blue, doubly. Of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Oh. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Krau's earring. Oh? Is that so? You said before that it gained popularity in Noctural as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be my grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yakdale. The word seems you are already bound. What luck. Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather there? Or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rite. Thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yakdale. Alright, let's go. I really hope she wins. Yakdale will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next dawn servant will be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be.
The fierce Shepral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named. It is here, where the Shepral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozamautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
It was one time.
Is the
Don't make it
Shepral
two.
community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Alright, give me a second. Oh. can't directly go over. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. I thought I was gonna get a checkmate, but he got me. With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. What? My head went blank. I'll probably have to leave around 3 o'clock. That's not much time at all. Probably should have started a little bit sooner. I was watching some anime. Oh, those are big. Necrosis. I wonder what they do. Or what they're based off of. Good. Everyone's accounted for. Igbrox is up ahead. Let's be on our way. Okay. No. Let me go ahead and grab this. Wow, what the fuck was that? Oh, that's cute. You tune to the other. Okay, cool. Local manner change. Okay. Euthanium Scimitar. Once again. Oh yeah, what is the... wait, what is this one? That's aiming, scouting, striking. What is the... Usually monk and sim. What does that one look like? Oh, that's what it... Okay. No wonder I couldn't find it. Okay. I kinda like that. That's how I would make that fit. That looks nice. Nice bike. Nothing? Okay. Why are we hiding? Oh, looks nice. Aaronville was not well, thankfully, we made it here without incident. It's not Delhi any longer. Okay, let's go ahead and... It's not what I wanted. Let me put that back down. Dark mahogany. Ready to head on in. Is that a chocobo? Oh no, that's a tungsten. That's a gemstone. Tungsten. Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly on us. A third promise and a retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn Servant Selector. Then come and join us in the Garden of the Stars, the village center. Everyone's waiting for you. Huh? Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. I felt like my mouth was moving on its own. What the hell? Why is Bakul Jaja there?
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As a Brash Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people. As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise, if you would please join us. Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Claimants, please present your colors. I have red.
Blue.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
Together again, as fate would have it.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one-head.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Pibil.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
It's not that hard to understand.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
How are they gonna have us do this? I wonder. How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakulaja's attempts to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I never understand him. Allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together, as I see a top team possesses of a distinct advantage. Yes? Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? The competition has a team of 6, the 2 claimants, Sorilja and Bakulja, as lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. The task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. It's too easy. Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Zebruk Pibil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Zebral people. Let's gather here once we've seen what clues in this village has to offer. Hello. No. How could you? You look so cute. Wait. No! The recipe for Zebruk's Pibil. I wish I could tell you, friend, that dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hanmuruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there is still a brook to be had at the market. Oink. Our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think he won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? Huh? What are you looking at? Salt liquor? Mind your own business. What can I do for you, sir? We just received a delivery. So my wares are available to all who can offer my gemstones. Offer me gemstones. Branch bearer fruit. Looks like a kiwi. Barak's hide. Oh my goodness. They've killed their own. Bright banana peel. And usually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no! The prayers have gone and interrupt my Najul. I mean, Jatika banana peel. I can barely see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Is that why Yoryanji is like this? A banana, that's smoke. Fucking idiots. Ah no! What's this? Colorful spices. Numerous spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. That looks like... Is that cinnamon? Ginger? Red peppers and green... Are those green peas? I can't tell what that is. And potatoes. That one's called Atyol. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine. But its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Okay. I've come up with a new recipe. Yeah, shit, we don't have too much time left. No, I think we still have time. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Zebrok Pibil? True to your dedication, true to your prediction, villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish. Observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. Lately blending local herbs and spices, I'm only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, well, neither confirming nor denying any relation to Zebrok Bibil. But one in particular she attributed to all common Zebrok dishes. Achiot, she called it. I see. And the Zebrok Bibil is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as often claims. Confirmed our first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cooking bearing bundles wrapped in the leaf of najul, or banana, in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same! I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? Potatoes? Huh? You broke? As would be expected of a dish called Zeebrugge Pibille, indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Zeebrugge flavored with a combination of spices that includes achiote and steamed underground within najul or banana leaves. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. As a staple of cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Tancred and I scouted the surrounding forests while you all were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and the wild Zeebrugge, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to our master cleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood. I have some experience in its gathering. I too shall be glad to volunteer my aid. And the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable Zeebrugge. They will perform the requisite deed. Nalise? As for the najul leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland, forests far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Lamati, June, if you would accompany me on my errand. No better way to wet my palate. Good. Let us be about our tasks then. Alright, it's 3 of us. Come on, let's go and get those najul leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. What does it look like? Oh, it's this thing. I'm not too much of a fan of it, but I think I can find a way to make an outfit for it. Well, hello! Hey, so cute! Let me see if there are najul leaves to be had in town. Perhaps the cook Gordion J mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. Oh, that's cute, the little bunny. I'm still not sure if it's Ibrax or Ibrash. I want to say it's Ibrax. Hello again. Did you need something? We're looking to see if we can purchase any, Najul leaves for purposes other than the brook. Unfortunately, I've just used my last. You have to travel to the lower forest for more. Kurumajik Grove is the source of the finest Najul leaves you'll find. While the variants you sometimes see in the city markets can compare. I see. I'd hope to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other way to obtain our ingredients, into the Jatika heartland we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires that you go through the Dienbeck Traverse, but it's been caved in due to the recent storm, I expect. What? But that means we can't get our Najul leaves. But we can, can't we? If there were no other way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard your conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. It's very kind of you. Any last-minute advice you'd be willing to share? Only to undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach. You may find the brook pipill to be a delicious but daunting dish to finish. I can't wait. Still, if there are no leaves here, we can't travel for more. How are we supposed to gather all of our ingredients? There should be another way, no? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Tulior. So perhaps there is something about the Brook's Bibula that we have yet to learn. Something of significance other than its recipe or ingredients. Oh, I see. Like, who is the first to make it? Its history, that sort of thing. Now, if it's Dakterl's history you're interested in, you should start with the old war. Between the Zabral and the Mulusha, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of that bloodshed is to know the brook Bibil. What does that steamed brook have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing no such a detour may seem, I think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of the settlement run by the war, the village of Ilion Yasso. It lies a short distance to the east. The village of Ilion Yasso? I don't know. Understood. Thank you very much. Come, let's go and see this place. Do we even know where that is? Ah, yeah. Okay. Yay! I leveled up! By doing nothing. Mountain bandits. No, I'm just kidding. Village of Ilionoso must be further east. Let us continue with haste. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. Tia. T. Burn. So this is the village of Ilionoso, or what's left of it. It was a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Okay, I didn't know you were in Yakdale. I was picking up lumber from Ikbrax when I heard that Third Promise was on our way to the site of deep historical significance. I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Kefu was a shipwright who came to our aid during the Feat of Reeds. A pleasure. You are a member of the Third Promise's retinue, I presume? For the moment, I suppose I am. My name is Kona. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Kona! Well, that's a good name. A familiar name. Where have I heard? Kona! As in the second promise of Tuliol? To think that I addressed the Dawn Servant's own son as some common retainer. Such disrespect cannot be excused. Please take up your gun and... Come on, not this again. I take no offense, so please do not dwell on it. Alright then. I shan't dwell on it. And right on cue. At least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about the people. Well, I am forbidden by the Braxrax to divulge any information regarding its preparation. I'd be happy to share what I know of Yaktela's history. We'd appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the Zibral and the Mamulja was one of land. The Mamulja live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil. Is unforgiving to crops. This drove them to covet the upper forest, the home of the Zibral, and they launched a determined campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet advantage ever favors higher ground. The Zibral forces held the upper hand against the invaders, rebuffing them time and again. But as the state of this village would attest, the tide eventually turned. What brought it about? Something you know all too well, blessed siblings. You must understand, The Mamuluja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. The Hobigul, Bonawa, and Dopero each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Zebrol in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hobigul and Bonawa leaders arranged a marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that partners of different clans could not have children together. But then it happened. A child arrived, shared the blood of Hobigul and Bonawa both, a two-headed Mamulja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually arising as the first Otterak, ruler of all three clans. Such qualities would expose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Otterak's rule, the newly united Mamulja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to an end. Shit. God damn it! Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Let me... There we go. And then, let me get this a little bit over here in the corner. There we go. I can't see how it's hard to get up to level 100. Especially if you've been playing for so long.
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinderfield.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been.
The war over these lands began after the Yoqui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
First they sealed Vali Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours. If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace.
Puff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill deserve the bounty of this forest.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other,
Your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance? You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end?
That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe. There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda.
What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn Servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chebral steamed Najul. Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn Servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Shabral and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn Servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn Servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
Ignorance begets a strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong? Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
Yay! I like that. That was nice. Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about our people's myriad cultures. And we're doing the same now. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Ukev was giving us a valuable insight into the origins of Shibruk Pibil. However, we are still no closer to procuring the necessary Najou leaves. Unless... Tell me, was that historic feast commemorated in some fashion? The monument, for instance? Indeed it was! Allow me to show you. Where? Oh, there's one of those things. Here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again raise arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, thought it only logical that a monument like this might steer us true, especially one at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Lamati, June, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here, the sword's been recently overturned. Oh, someone buried a box. Well, we've been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are. Personal jewel leaves. Pardon those rogues doing hide wager. There's poetry in hiding them on this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped end. So we planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Wokevu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It was my honor to render assistance. And with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well. I promise, ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I've been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. You hunt to buy solutions to the Hanu-Hanu's ailing crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihihana, even if it seemed unrelated to their task. In my humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of Tulial than what they hold dear. Should you again require the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. I cannot argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to Ikebrax. Only one other. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's scary. Let me just do this. Glad we were successful. The owner should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. Interesting. How did everyone fare? Cut the Najul leaves. If Ever was here, I would have liked to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. That Galuru Jaja brought an end to centuries of warfare. Surprised me little, but to choose set peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find all these solutions. But how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Urianje and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need. No mention of what we needed them for, of course. I am pleased to report that we are stocked with the finest firewood this forest had on offer. Spoken like a true expert. Erinville and I found our Ibruk, so we should have meat aplenty. It was a spirited creature, so much so that its hunter fell down on a cenote trying to escape. Tough. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? Okay. I picked a good portion of local herbs, with a particular attention to the seeds that yield antidote, and told our resident astrologer to find appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Aye, though through further inquiry did I determine the ideal balance of spices. Then all that remains is to prepare the dish itself. Presume that at least one among us is versed in the culinary arts. I can hardly claim profound skill, though I have cooked for myself. Leave the rest to me. And you, I hope. I could use your adventurer's grit when it comes to skinning the brook. Oh, my mouth is watering already. Without further delay then.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Bakul Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Huh. Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready. Apologies for the wait. We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral.
It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then. In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Bibil admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoktel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment. Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
I see. While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated in spice before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed, they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Pibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the Najul leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Way to shove it in their face, goddamn.
Choke on your harmony.
Come, come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I really did feel sorry.
That was bliss.
It was palatable enough, I suppose. To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Only 1 feet left.
Well, I should get going then. I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important.
What?
Was there any Shipbrook people left? I could really use another helping.
It's a little fairy. I want one. That was so good. I'm already looking forward to to having Zipro Pibil again. Here, June. Carl made more using leftover ingredients. You love it. Thinking to buy more for the road myself. And the defeat of repast is over. The villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? Oh. Guess you're not wrong. New wares are now available. Ooh. Okay. Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective of the rite, you'd be wise to travel to Mamuk and undertake the feat of the Brotherhood without delay. Wise, yes, but impossible. The Tynebeck traverse, which connects the upper forest to the Jatika heartland, is still impassable. Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. But clear path is underway, though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. Let us each use time as we see fit. I, for one, would like to explore the village's surroundings, and Vil would oblige me with a tour. Very well. No other engagements. And I will come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. I shouldn't rejoice now, delay. It does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's purported visit to Yaktab. Oh, that's right. Mablu did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us? Sure. Let us reconvene here after our respective divisions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at market in Yaktel some 20 years ago. Any who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. Let us make inquiries where we can. Yeah. Okay, first let's see. I'm gonna try and go over here if I can. It seems I can. Okay, that's easy enough. Let's get some of this stuff going. Is it just necrosis that are in here? See, that's really the only thing I've seen besides maybe tigers. Which is odd. Okay. Oh. I wasn't trying to, but don't mind if I do. Time to see if I can get anywhere there. And then once I do... Well, I plan on... maybe ending around 2:30 or so. Oh. Let's see. I don't remember what Torol is supposed to be like, but yeah, with tacos of all things, and with some of the attire, I want to say it's if not Latin America, it's at least Mexico, or you know, well, yeah, because I don't think Spain has any forests like these. Of course, I wouldn't know. I've never been, but still. And then there, I mean, you got the Golden City. It's which is definitely a reference to El Dorado. Alright, let's see. Since I definitely won't be southeast. They won't be coming over here, will they? Wouldn't, right? $418 west. Okay. $407. Southwest? Okay, I wouldn't be able to do that. Keep asking me that. Let's see if it keeps going up. Yeah, it does. Okay. That's not something I'll be able to do. Northeast 326. Northeast. It's gonna be in this corner. Okay, never mind. It should be at least, it should be close to the, there at least. There we go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's... 235 north. What? That's crazy, man. Valuable? That's crazy. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so that's probably all they're gonna allow me to do. Probably have the other half down below. That's just my best estimated guess. Nice fit, G. Local merchant. I still haven't changed this stuff, have I? That's what it looks like. Accessory. What items do we have? The Brook Bibil. I'm gonna press F. Okay, that's fair. That's right. I'll do this first. A foreign mage, 20 years ago. Yes, I remember him. It's not often we get visitors from across the salt, let alone those traveling with infants. A baby girl, as I recall. I only saw him in passing. Mine. If anyone were to know more, I'd wager it would be Hunmur Rook. He was already the Barack's then. Baby girl. It couldn't have been. Thank you, sir. That information is very helpful. I thought Kryl was older. What? I guess she's only like, what? I don't know, maybe 21 years old? 20, 21? Somewhere around there. Hello again. Do you require assistance? A foreign mage passed through Ikbrox roughly 20 years ago, possibly carrying a young child. Do you remember him? Why do you ask me this? Who is this man to you? It may have been my grandfather. Wish to know what brought him here. Grandfather. Not by blood, but his family nonetheless. A foreign mage did indeed visit Ikbarax, Master Galuf. So far as his identity is concerned, I trust you are satisfied. More than that, however, I cannot say. Why not? I simply cannot. I beg your forgiveness and understanding. Very well. I will not press. Thank you for confining his presence here. The rest I will discover myself. Out of more general curiosity, I have another question. They say that the Yokhoi once stored in these forests. Where was that exactly? general curiosity. Indeed. But yes, before they withdrew to Urkopacha some few 5 centuries ago, the Yokoi claimed Yapdel as their own. Shit. And that's where they must have been. They must have had their visions. Thank you. That answers much and more. I understand what it means to long for one's family. Believe me when I say that, though my forbids me from aiding you further, I must find the Golden City. You will surely find the answers to your questions. Speaking of which, I have a query of my own for you, June. May I request a moment of your company? Go on, we'll wait for you. Fuck it, we can wait some more. Thank you for obliging me. First, let us to the synod behind this village. Okay. It was my intention to see you off without saying anything, but Mistress Cryer's plea has softened my resolve. What do you mean? As the leader of our community, I am gladdened to see that the Snow Promise surrounded herself with such compassionate and trustworthy companions. Could you tell me of her journey thus far? Is that so? It seems the rite has been a source of great learning and growth for Wuklamat. It does me well to hear that. My daughter would be about her age. Girls are rarely born amongst the Zebral, so when she arrived, the village was elated. Such joy I felt when first I held her, and pain when I found her at the bottom of a synod. 3 years old. In accident, it was said, but I knew better. She had been pushed. Though we never caught them, a suspicious figure was seen fleeing towards the Jatika heartland, towards Mamuk. Once bitter enemies, the Momurja and Tebrola had learned to live in peace. But one could doubt the intent of such a reprehensible act. By targeting the child who would one day lead our people, the criminals sought to undermine the future of Tebrola. I was determined not to let them succeed, so I let the memory of my daughter die in that synod, gave her into the care of the one person I knew who could protect her. Dawn servant Kululuchaja. Though she was born to lead the Zebral, fate had a greater plan for Wuklamat. Only the Dawn servant and I know the truth. But I must now take you into my confidence for one reason. The villain who attempted to murder my daughter was indeed of Mamuk. The rancor towards the Zebral still burns. I was caught off guard once. I have not suffered the same tragedy again. And so I ask you, not as the Dawn Servant's elector, but as a father, to watch over the third promise. Defend her from her enemies that may be lurking in shadow, do this for me. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliol, but a concerned father. Suffice it to say, this conversation must remain between us. Pray please not a word of this to anyone. I'm glad I did this part. Way to ruin the fucking moment. Okay. I'm gonna end it here. Was pretty short, but I got some stuff to do at work today. A bit. So have a nice day, have a nice night, and take care.